Welcome, guys, to another coffee break with everyone in town. We have a guest in store, but I will let Sonam introduce our lovely lady at the table today. But we are fresh out of a amazing pod, a very hyperactive, very evil genius pod with Beta Coffee from Sydney, Chris Maybury, who was an amazing guest.
Amazing, absolutely revolutionizing the coffee game in the hospitality space with automation and pre-batched espresso, plus 50 other ideas that will be coming down the pipeline as he tests it out.
But it's only a test, right?
But it's only a test. It's only a test. And speaking of tests, you tested out a new sound that caught me off guard. Yeah, there it is. That really caught me off in the pod. I love that. That was beautiful. But we have a guest with us, Sonam. Can you give us a little introduction?
Yeah, today I'm the guest.
Yeah.
But I'm back. I did the main pod, so I get to be lucky enough to come back to Coffee Break. But I'm even luckier because Liz from Street Smart, who actually runs Cafe Smart, who Rowan and I were lucky enough to partner with last year as part of Golden Brown. We're now extending that over to the greater coffee community and It's Just Coffee as well. And we've got Liz in today to help sit in, throw a few barbs, have a few jokes, but also run us through the great initiative that they're doing and what sort of actions that we're going to be doing together.
Amazing. Yeah, thanks so much for having me, guys. I am honoured.
Oh, there you go. Roaring crowd in the background. And the chime. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have a quick word from one of our sponsors, Apex Lab. Elevate your coffee experience with Apex Lab mineral concentrates. Apex Lab's precision-engineered formulas, including tonic, jam, and lilac, are designed to enhance the coffee's natural flavors. Not going to change it, it's just going to enhance it. It's going to bring out the vibrant acidity, the rich sweetness, or if you use lilac, it might bring out those delicate floral notes that you've been looking for. Trusted by world-class cafes and even barista champions, Apex Lab helps you unlock your coffee's full potential. Discover more at apexlab.com. Wait, where was that again, Sonam?
The internet.
Oh, okay. Thought I was going to say the website. Thanks. Today's episode is brought to you by our amazing sponsors at Eco Barista. The reason I sound like this is because they got massages at our stand at Mice, and so I'm getting a massage while recording this message for you. They're the best sponsor of the pod that we could have had. They have the best eco products. This probably sounds really pornographic, but it's not. I'm just getting a massage. They have the best eco-friendly coffee products. They got coffee bags that you can design yourself. They got cups. They got iced coffee cups. They got everything you need. So make sure to support them because they support us. Head to ecobarista.com.au and get 15% off your first purchase when you sign up. Oh, mama, that's good.
Let's go.
Now, how do you think that we fared here? Because when Ben messaged me and said, I'm Q grading all this week, I can't be there. I was like, don't worry, I've got just the bald bearded man to fill the podcast. Because I don't think that it's a coffee podcast unless you have a bald bearded man. Did we fill the...
That's what everyone's saying.
Did we nail the brief?
100% You've nailed the brief. Where he's here.
Yeah.
This is no stranger to bald-bearded men. She worked in the specialty beer industry, so she knows us.
I know all about it. And a singlet and a sweaty man. So you've got it down pat.
Roasted.
Sweated.
But just we're going to talk about, so we just had Chris on the pod who's opening up a cafe in Sydney, Beta Coffee, and basically their whole idea is that it's all going to be automated. They're pre-batching espresso into like giant vats, like sealed vats, and then with an Uber Milk, like a beer tap, familiar,
Ding.
you just press a button and it doses the espresso straight into the cup. I mean, if he's saying it can taste as good as he's saying it can, then this is going to be amazing. Like this is hopefully something that we start seeing roll out, hopefully something that makes workflow easier for certain cafes. Sonam, did you have any like major takeaways from the episode?
Yeah, I think my major takeaway was when you hit him up about the $4 coffee and he said, God, no, Rowan, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a minimum $6 coffee. I wish I could charge $7. I wish I could be the canary in the coal mine for the industry and take one for the team and make sure that everyone else can raise their prices. But he wasn't just like, I'm raising the prices. He's elevating the experience from the bottom up. He's going to do it with staff. He's going to do it with the hospitality, obviously, and then he's going to do it with the fit out and all the other experiences inside of it. And to that, I really commend him. And I think that's the approach that you need to have. You can't just be like, I'm turning up the switch. It's now $7 for a coffee. He's actually in a lucky enough position to come in, front end it and be like, all right, this is why it costs more because look at all the stuff that I'm putting in. And, you know, it has to be commended.
You reckon he was a bit dark on me? Because I definitely worded that question in a way to try to set him up for success, but being like, people only want to pay $4 for a coffee. And he's like, no, Rowan, I will not be charging $4 for a coffee. He really got up there, and I think he knew what was happening, and he just played the part well.
Yeah, at the risk of one too many puns, you baited him.
I baited him into that one. I think I'm so excited to go up there. I want to try it out, test it. I love that it's just going to be a test, but I'm excited. You know, we've seen Bar 9 over in California kind of doing this pre-bottled stuff, but I can't wait to actually get into a world where pre-batched espresso sold on scale is like a real thing, where it's not just cold brew or a coffee concentrate. It's actually espresso. I think that opens up so many worlds of accessibility. It allows people to try coffees that they may not otherwise have a chance to try, because it can be shipped, it can be stored. So it just gives coffee a lot longer life. You know, where coffee is a fresh product that is harvested every year. So to be able to batch that and give it out wherever you are in the world, that's a really cool thing that I want to see more of.
Yeah, and at the risk of a paradigm shift, I think it also opens the doors to different preparations of coffee. Yeah. And this is just essentially the first step in that way. And, you know, even when you had to address the fact that you had to constantly stir the espresso, and then there's different ways to maintain it. That's another challenge in itself as well. But I mean, he sounds like the guy that looks at it like it's an opportunity. And I think that's where something really special is going to come from.
Absolutely. Now, we're going from automation in a cafe, and we wanted to talk a little bit about automation at home, because there are a few different things coming out. Have you seen this, the new Breville Oracle Joule Boiler?
Hey, have I seen it? We were very lucky enough to be able to have one before they were released.
Yes.
I believe at the time this goes out, you can see Rowan's face on YouTube doing a very detailed review. It's a beautiful machine. I actually constantly recommend these machines, this particular model, to all of my friends who are asking for a coffee machine for their parent.
Yeah, it's your mum or dad's machine. I think I summarized the video as saying that. So for those that don't know it, it's basically like a mashup of two of their most popular machines. They've got the Oracle Jet, which is like their fully automated machine. It grinds, it tamps your coffee. It then gives you guidance on how to change it depending on how your shot pulls. It even does auto milk steaming. But then it's blended with their more kind of fan favorite Joule Boiler, which is just their most powerful like coffee lover machine, where it can extract and steam milk at the same time, and it just has a lot better like temperature and pressure consistency across the board. So it's both of those mushed together, and this thing is fully automated. There are no buttons on it. There are no grind adjustments. It is all done from a screen, and not only that, so it doses, grinds, and tamps your coffee. All you have to do is move that portafilter from the grinding chamber across to the group head. Then it pulls the shot, and then it analyzes the shot, and it automatically changes the grind to dial in for you. So if you have literally no coffee experience, you're smiling. I feel like you're like, this is for me.
So up my street. And also just being lazy in the morning. I'm like, that is perfect. Like all you have to do is move it across.
Move it across,
So
and
good.
then you don't have to have any coffee knowledge. It just goes, yes, that shot is good. No, it is not good. We'll adjust the grind and go again. And then for the milk steaming, you just pop it in, auto steams. You pick what milk you want. So it does alternative and dairy, what temperature you want and what foam amount. And then it just done. And I would say it's not the number one best latte in the world when you go fully automated, but it is just as good, if not better, than a majority of cafes and the lattes that you're getting out. But it does also cost $4,500. So this is where we start getting into this is your parents.
Yeah.
This is your parents' machine. You can imagine it, Rich, get it down at the holiday house.
The thing I think the Breville designers must be cognizant of as well is that it appears like an espresso machine from the distance. So it's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. So you've got it on the bench and it looks like you know what you're doing. You must take coffee seriously, but then it's a fully automated machine. And for brewers and for people that actually want to make coffee, there is that ability to go fully manual on it as well.
Yeah, so it's got full manual mode where you don't have to auto grind, you can do it by time. It also allows you now, you can control the pre-infusion, you can even bloom the coffee and then go to full extraction. So it's allowing you more parameters and you can steam manually. So they're definitely trying to bridge that gap of like a household where one person doesn't know a thing about coffee and another person wants to dive a bit deeper. But from a more affordable standpoint, Ninja their Ninja Luxe Cafe, which is launched in the US and UK, I believe, is about to launch in Australia as well. Now, have you seen this machine?
I've seen like the Ninja Creamies, and that's about as far as it goes.
The Ninja Creamies are sick. So these guys did an amazing job of like just plastering the internet. When the Ninja Luxe dropped, it was just everywhere. And to be honest, I was baffled at the price tag it was at in the US for what it did. Like, this is a home machine that gives you full guidance on making espresso. It makes cold brew. It makes batch brew. And it has like even a scale inbuilt in the grinder so that when you grind your coffee, it will weigh it out. You put it in your machine, and if it's off, it'll also tell you what grind number you should change to. So if you're at 4, it'll be like, we recommend changing to 5. But unlike the Oracle Joule Boiler, it's just a bit more like analog done on the screen, but still amazing for a price point of like what in Australia, like $700. In the US, it was like 500.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's giving you guidance and making all those different drinks. It's pretty crazy. And just while we're on it, just a couple other automated things that seem to be standing out. We've talked about it before. The Subminimal Nanofoamer Pro. Dude, yeah. I used that again the other day. That thing is insane. It's basically like a hand foamer whisk, and they've made this mesh screen, and you automatically text your milk. You press number 1 from 5 for how much foam you want, and then it just spins, textures your milk, and it's as good as using an espresso machine, and you just do it at home.
So is it literally just like a stick, like those literal like...
Yeah, so they have 2. There's one that's an actual handheld stick, and then they have one that's more like a milk frother like device, like a jug. And the lid just has the stick on it. So you just pop it in, and then it just spins your milk.
Good.
And a few minutes later,
so it heats your milk to the perfect temperature too, which is just insane for the price point.
So the reason I bring it up is because I know we've talked about it before, but with the rise of something like pre-batched espresso, this is where these things can absolutely shine.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, that is automation like at its best. That is so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'd even explore the idea of putting the pre-batched espresso and the milk in at the start. Instead of adding it retroactively, I'd heat it up through the milk just to try and capture as much as possible. And then there's also just like the home scales at the moment for brewers. You know, everything's now got Brew Assist. You've got Hario doing it. You've also got the Fellow one, which is amazing. But man, there's so much automation available to you now, and so many things to help you make better coffee at home that it's a great time to be an amateur brewer.
Looking at me, I'm taking notes.
In light of what we just did in the episode that we just did, I wanted to do a little segment here that's going to include our good friend Chris Maybury. He's just made the list that I'm about to read out. So to me, these are the 3 most innovative cafes in the world. So the first one we have is Cocoon in Japan. This is a 4-seat cafe, and it's a full omakase experience. So everything from drip coffee through to signature, they take you on a journey as you sit in there, and it's this small, intimate thing. This is the type of experience you need when you want to be innovating and changing what a cafe can actually be. The next one we have is Cafe X. This is a startup out of San Francisco. I don't know if I love this one, but it's crazy. It's basically unmanned little box cafes that are fully run just by a robotic arm that pulls coffee from the machine, steams the milk, pours it for you, and spits it out. So these are fully unmanned cafes, and you can just buy one. Like, people can just buy one and put it wherever they want. So that's pretty crazy in the worlds of the future. But the best one that we've seen recently is Beta Coffee in Sydney. We've talked about it. Pre-batched espresso straight from a tap with instant milk from an Uber milk that's steamed. He says he can make you a latte in 10 seconds.
It's pretty crazy. I would love to sit there in time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go in the next time we sit down. I'm going to have a watch out and be like, give me the 10-second latte. And not only 10-second latte, from what he's claiming, this is a 10-second latte that is one of the best specialty coffee lattes that you can buy in Australia. So I'm very excited to see how that all plays out. But Sonam, give us a rundown.
Well, I mean, there's lots of great global initiatives that help people in need. And, we're in a very privileged position here to be able to go out, have a coffee at your local cafe once or twice a day, maybe even 3 if you're really, really fiending a cup of joe or anything like that. Liz has got this amazing initiative called Cafe Smart, which is underneath the Street Smart banner. She's in charge of it. And every year on an annual occasion, we'll go to a cafe, you'll buy a coffee, and there'll be $1 amount donated to Cafe Smart. So Liz is going to tell us a bit more about it.
Yeah, I mean, Sonam, you've hit the nail on the head there, really. So yeah, it's an annual coffee-led fundraising campaign. It happens every August during Australian Homelessness Week. And so this year it's taken place from the 2nd till the 8th of August. And basically in that week, you'll see tons of cafes around the country, 800 to be exact of them.
Whoa.
Yeah, pretty massive. They'll be all decked out in yellow. Their staff will be dressed in yellow. And then on the last day of the week, they'll donate $1 per coffee sold. So if you go out on Friday the 8th, drink tons of coffee, literally more than you can. I think last year I did 8, and I'll tell you what, I was literally flying. It was actually terrible. It was actually terrible. I could not push myself this hard this year. But you know, it's good for a good cause. So.
If there's a day you're going to get hospitalized for an overconsumption of caffeine, make it the 8th.
Yeah, 100%. I think like even at MICE this year, I was like, I have to tone it down. Like I was like, I have to save this splurge for Cafe Smart Days. So all the funds raised stay super local. So that means pull the funds raised in Melbourne, for example, and then we'll map them back into the areas where they were raised. Like Melbourne cafes will be supporting Melbourne charity partners.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so Rowan and I are no stranger to working with you. We were lucky enough to work with you in the capacity for Golden Brown last year, where Rowan and I helped donate a Lamazocco to the event. We ran a raffle. You know, there was a big spinning wheel. There was a few things there to help people donate. This year, Lamazocco was donating a Lamazocco machine.
Yes.
Wait, where were they last year? Why did I donate the machine last year? What was going on?
Yeah, take it to them. I'm not getting involved.
Right. But amazing. So Lamazocco are donating a machine this year.
Yeah, and a Pico.
And a Pico grinder.
So,
I've got that grinder. It's sick.
Yeah, Lamazocco donating a machine and a Pico for an event that we're doing with you guys, which is very exciting. It's just coffee. You're going to help us host a big old after party, big bash. It's going to be amazing. And I think the key thing as well is just that like we know that cafes are doing it really tough. We know that the hospitality industry is even still coming together to support us, which is so amazing. But realistically, we do need to raise more funds. And so this event is going to hopefully help us get to our target as well.
How do people get to the event?
Yeah.
And how do you get a Lamazocco?
Yeah.
And one extra point, just so if everybody was at MICE this year, you would have seen the Rizlord over here, Liam. He will be back on a microphone for this
The
event.
Rizzler.
You can't miss it. And maybe he'll bust out a song, a cheeky little piano tune, you know, if that will fit in the venue.
But yeah, so as Rowan said, how do we win this amazing package?
Yeah. So yeah, at the event, we're going to have the machine. It's going to be pretty dramatic, to be honest. We're going to have the machine locked up and attendees can buy just like a donate to enter sort of thing and buy a little voucher to enter. And then you'll get a key, which will basically unlock the machine if it's the right key. So at the end of the night, you'll have the chance to unlock the machine. If the key fits, it's yours and you take it home on the night.
Sick. Oh my God, the tension. It's like pulling the Excalibur out of the stone. It's like, does the key fit?
Yeah, it's like very like Cinderella vibes, isn't it? But I was literally saying to my partner, I was like, I literally need to rig this somehow because I need this machine. Obviously, I'm not going to do that, but it's such an amazing opportunity. It's so cool.
That is amazing. And then I tell you what, next year, just chuck it global. Do the digital machine in a cage where people buy the keys and you just have to try to unlock it. That is sick. That's so much fun. So wait, so we're going to be there. Do you just go to the website if you want to attend the event?
Yeah, 100%. So we've got a Humanitics page up already. Link will be in the show notes. You can just buy a ticket and we'll see you there.
We'll just have an AI voice come in and be like, you can find it at www.
We can do better than that, Rowan. Join us at Cafe Smart's 15th anniversary after party. Tickets at events.humanitics.com/cafe smart after party.
Somewhere in
It's
there.
going to be in the description. Go there, get a ticket to this event, come down and see us, and also get yourself a little key to see if you can unlock the cage of the Lamazocco.
And there'll be tons of other fun things going on as well. We'll have, a silent auction, lots of like mystery envelopes to win prizes, lots of great coffee prizes, lots of food and bev. So yeah, it's going to be a great night. This event is open to anyone. If you're a coffee lover, if you're a barista, if you're a cafe owner, roaster, anyone is welcome.
And if you're a nice person, buy a ticket for someone. Obviously.
100%.
Oh, there you go.
Bring a friend or, treat it as a first date. Why not? It won't be, I think it's actually a good idea because it won't be awkward because there'll be so much to do. And if you're bored of your first date, there'll be lots of people there to chat to.
Oh, and we'll just get Liam to absolutely single you out and serenade.
Where are you? Where are you?
Yeah. Matchmaker.
Oh, man, that's amazing. And for our global listeners that can't be a part of this, well, suck it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, look out for the things local to you. This is such a great cause here. Try to find anything that's local to you. If you're someone in another country who's doing something that you want to bring a light to, let us know what's happening. We'd love to give it a shout out to raise attention towards it and bring more light towards it. But yeah, I think this is an amazing event. We love partnering with you and working with the team. As much as you're great people, also doing great things. And yeah, pretty great giving away Lamazocco. Am I right?
And one last shout out. Congratulations on 15 years. That's an amazing effort.
Yay! Woo! It's pretty crazy. It's like speaking to our founder, Adam, like hearing his story of 15 years has just been so crazy. Like hearing he went to like 5 senses, and actually Ben, literally years ago, asking about wanting to do something in the coffee industry, and 5 senses along with Campos and St. Ali, they all helped sort of build Cafe Smart into what it is today. So yeah, we're super proud. It's really amazing.
Oh, amazing. Big shout out to all of them. So event sounds amazing, but for someone that can't make it to the event, is there a way that they can participate, or how can you do it virtually?
Yeah, 100%. So you can donate the cost of a virtual coffee online, or 2 or 3 if you're feeling generous. So $5, although it should really be 7 or 12 apparently.
Yeah.
And then in that case, Eco Barista will actually be matching those donations, which is super generous.
Sponsors of the pie.
I know, sponsors doing many things.
Oh
and
my
they're amazing.
goodness. They're giving us money and they're giving money away to charity. What can't they do?
Yeah, all round legends.
Well, look at that. Here's another free plug for them. Go use Eco Barista. Best products on the market. Ding. That was a virtual digital iPod.
The virtual thing. I guess we'll see you at the event.
Yeah. Well,
What are we doing here? Let's get to the event.
So. Let's go right now.
Awesome. All right, guys. So make sure to check the descriptions to find out where you can participate with that, whether you're doing it virtually or showing up in person. We'll all be there, and we can't wait to see all of you. Thank you all for listening, and I can't wait to see what happens with Chris Maybury's Little Old Cafe up in Sydney. See you later, guys.